Is it fair to say that the discovery stage of the process is trying to make sure we're building the right thing? We're trying to make sure that we're solving the right problems?
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
it's very much a problem solving kind of focus around before we get too far down into the solution. Let's make sure that we understand the problem and what people need or what the constraints are around. We know we're trying to do something, but often they're the technical constraints or the regulatory constraints or legal or constraints coming from business partners that are in part of this, that we often don't just have a straight shot to the finish line. We have to navigate a complex set of relationships to get the product to where it can actually be released into the market.
Yeah. So is it also fair to say that, the instinct to jump right into a build has to do with speed to market, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like we need to get a product in market. We need to start testing it. But as we talked about in the last episode, that's where things are expensive to change. So figuring out the right thing to build and making sure that we're building the right features, making sure that we're addressing these key areas of risk is where to start. I know that the very first step that somebody takes with TrueFit when we're working on a product together is a pretty high intensity workshop that we call the Discovery Workshop, which is really the kickoff to that whole process. What are we trying to accomplish in a Discovery Workshop? What would people experience if they were taking that first step with us? Yeah,
you got to start somewhere, right? It's
right.
Like, part of what we're trying to do in the workshop is, it works on a number of levels. On one level, we're getting to know our customer, our client better, that we're understanding their business domain, we're understanding the market, we're understanding kind of how they got to the vision in the
what's
first
the background?
place. Like who are the stakeholders? What we try to do very early is then get them aligned around what the outcomes are. Like from your business perspective, why do this? What is it that we're trying to do at a business level and at a product level? Mm-hmm. Like if we're trying to enter a new market, or we're trying to revive kind of a dying business unit, or
we're trying to automate a process that's very manual today,
or we need to move to counter what one of our competitors is doing, or somebody's disrupting the market and we've got to shift our approach. So we have to understand outcomes early and first, and make sure that what are the most important outcomes. There often are many that are pertinent to the project.